Hey friends, and welcome to Yoga with Rachel. Also welcome to your restorative yoga class for stress relief. In terms of items, please bring at least 2 blankets with you, as well as a bolster or a pillow. Now, if a bolster is not available, you can always make use of your pillow or even make your own bolster using blankets. Now, if none of these items are available, it's all good, my friends. As always, I do provide options throughout our classes. In addition to all this, please practice close to a wall, as we will be doing legs up the wall. You can also do this practice in bed if you would like, and then you can put your legs up the headboard as opposed to using a wall. Wear something extra comfy today. Socks are welcomed. You can dim the lights, get some essential oil going. Why not? And without further ado, let's get started. We begin our practice today on our belly. Before we make our way down to the mat, let's fold one blanket a few times. You can also roll the edge of this blanket a couple of times. This roll will be used to support your ankles. Place this blanket at the end of your mat where your feet and ankles will rest. Fold another blanket 2 to 3 times, depending on the size of this blanket. And then place this blanket near the middle of your mat. This blanket will be used to support your pelvis. It's all good if these items are not available. You can always just lay down on your belly. So whenever you are ready, come to lay on your belly. Rest your ankles and your feet on the blanket at the end of your yoga mat. Relax through your feet. Pelvis should be supported by your other blanket. Stack your hands on top of one another, elbows go wide. Breathe in through your nose. And then breathe out to slowly release your forehead to your stacked hands, using your hands as a pillow. I invite you to close your eyes as you begin to sway your hips from side to side, softening through your hips and the lower body. Once you feel satisfied with this gentle movement, I invite you to find stillness. Take a slow breath in through your nose, and then breathe out through your nose. Can you feel your belly expand and connect with the ground on each inhale? Perhaps noticing the contraction, the softening of your belly on your exhale. Grounding postures, such as this one, can be very useful for those times in which we feel stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, or when we are just feeling off. Following the flow of your breath can be very soothing and can be used to soften areas of the body that may feel tight or tense. I invite you to play around with your breath for a few more moments, noticing and feeling your breath travel throughout your body. Finding stillness may be challenging, especially to do right away or even at all. I invite you to set aside whatever has happened today. Put it off to the side for the moment, for our practice. In addition, I invite you to set aside anything that you may have to do following this practice, anything on that to-do list. Explore this idea of being fully present in body and in mind as best as you can. Remember that this is a practice. Each time we show up on the mat will be different. Meet yourself wherever you are today. Continue to focus on your breath, using it as a tool, as an anchor, to keep you grounded and rooted. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open your eyes. Slowly lift your head. Slide your hands so that way they are in line with your rib cage. Curl your toes under. Press into your palms and make your way to your hands and knees. When you arrive there, place any items that you were using off to the side for a moment. Now swing your legs to one side and then come to a seat on your mat. There's an option to place a folded blanket under your seat to lift your hips, creating some more space. You can also roll a blanket and place it under the backs of your knees for additional support. Place your bolster or your pillow lengthwise on your legs, the narrow end resting against or near your belly. When you are ready, I invite you to breathe in through your nose. And then on your exhale, begin to fold forward. Drape your upper body onto your item. Turn your head to the right, allowing your left cheek to rest on your item. Arms and hands resting at your sides. Palms face down, so that way you can really feel the support from the ground beneath you. Or you can place your hands on your legs. Consider what feels most comfortable for you today. So if you are working without any props, please find a generous bend in your knees as you round through your back body, drawing your chin towards your chest. This strategy could be very helpful, especially if the hamstrings are feeling a bit tight. I personally love to use props in seated forward folds. This allows me to stay in the posture for a longer period of time with more ease. So choose an option that works best for you here. As always, listen to your body. Close your eyes as you begin to scan your body for any areas of tension. Part your lips, creating space between your teeth. Allow any tension in the jaw and in your neck to melt away as you breathe here. If you have a prop resting on your thighs, turn your head to the left to allow your right cheek to rest on your item. We are balancing things out here. These neck stretches can help reduce tight neck muscles, encouraging the muscles to soften and relax. Seated forward folds can help calm the nervous system and relax the thinking mind. Perhaps you notice relaxation washing all over you as you explore this posture. If not, it's all good. Continue to breathe and scan the body for areas of tension. All right, breathe in, breathe out. Slowly draw your head back to center. Palms press into the earth as you slowly rise up. Kindly place any items that you were using off to the side for the moment. And now take a moment to notice how you feel. Make your way to all fours. Feel free to place your folded blanket or your pillow under your knees for padding. You can also fold your yoga mat over for padding as well. Once you are there, stack your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Spread your fingers fingertips lightly grip your yoga mat. Find a small micro bend in your elbows as well. Tops of your feet root down into the earth. Rock your pelvis forward to create length in your low back. We are going to move through a few rounds of cat and cow. As we do this, we are going to move super slow, as if you are moving through molasses or water. I invite you to trust me and yourself as you close your eyes and allow my voice to guide you. On your next breath in, begin to send your tailbone towards the sky as you drop your belly closer towards the earth. Chest is open, chin reaches towards the sky. I invite you to sway a little from side to side, perhaps finding some gentle movement with your neck as well. On your next breath out, slowly begin to round through your spine, belly button reaching towards your spine, and your chin releasing towards your chest. Again, I invite you to find some gentle and easy movement here, perhaps noticing where you feel the stretch taking place in your body. On your next breath in, make your way to cow pose. Dropping your belly, chest shines forward, chin reaches upwards. Perhaps feeling a lovely stretch in the throat area. Many of us may find ourselves looking down at a computer or our cell phones for long periods of time, so this stretch may feel lovely. As you breathe out, slowly transition to cat pose, rounding through. Crown of your head releases towards the earth. Press your fingertips into the earth as you press away from the ground, feeling a juicy stretch in your upper back body. Breathe in to make your way to cow pose. Find something new to consider here, or perhaps find some organic movement that feels good for you. Breathe out to cat pose, rounding through your back body. I personally love doing a few rounds of cat and cow when I am feeling stressed out, as it gives me the opportunity to bring awareness to my breath as I connect breath to action. Your breath can help calm down the nervous system. On your next breath out, make your way to a neutral spine and then open your eyes. If you were making use of a blanket underneath your knees, feel free to keep that blanket there. Bring your big toes together, knees move towards the long edges of your yoga mat or to a width that feels best for you. If you have a bolster or a pillow, place this item long ways on your mat, the narrow end resting close to your body. No worries if this item is not available, as I will provide you with options. Walk your hands forward. Hands are resting on either side of your item with the palms down for grounding and loving support. Take a slow breath in through your nose, and then on your breath out, melt your upper body on top of your item. Your torso and your head should be fully supported by this item. If you are using a bolster or a pillow, please turn your head to the right to rest your left cheek on your item. If you are working without this item, release your forehead to the earth, or stack your hands on top of one another to create a pillow for your head, or forehead rests on stacked fists. Take another scan of your body here, starting with your face, removing your tongue from the roof of your mouth, parting your lips, creating space between your shoulders and your ears, softening through your fingertips, checking in with your hips. And now breathe deeply in this child's pose. If you are using a prop, turn your head to the left to rest the right side of your face on your item. Notice how your breath travels throughout your body without changing it in any way, taking on the role of observer, just noticing. Breathe in. Breathe out to draw your head back to center. Press into your foundation to help you slowly rise up. When you are on all fours, place your bolster or your pillow off to the side. Then swing your legs to one side, making your way to a seat on your mat. If you are using a blanket under your knees, please place that item off to the side. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees ground down as they fall open. Walk your heels closer towards your body for a deeper stretch, or to keep things nice and chill, maintain space between your heels and your body. You can use your folded blankets and place them underneath your knees, or make use of couch cushions or even yoga blocks if you have them available. Massage is one way to relieve stress, so I invite you to either massage your feet and/or your traps and neck. You can decide. I personally carry so much tension in my upper back body that it can lead to tension headaches and migraines. So being mindful of my posture and also self-massage are two things that I can do to release tension in my back and neck. So I invite you to give yourself a loving massage for a few moments. Wonderful. Interlace your fingers and then place your hands around your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out to round through your spine and then bow your head. Allow your head and neck to grow heavy, perhaps imagining tension or stress spilling off of your back body and then onto the surface beneath you. Ground down through your lower body. This posture is a gentle hip opener, which can help us release unwanted emotions or anything that just doesn't serve. Let's breathe here for a few breath cycles. All right, begin to slowly roll up through your spine until you are sitting upright. Bring your hands to your thighs and then draw your knees together, coming to a cross-legged seat and then placing all of your items off to the side once again. All right, make your way to a wall. fold 2 blankets a few times. One blanket will be used to support your low back, and the other one will support your head, neck, and part of your shoulder blades. You can always do legs up the wall without any props. Place one blanket at the wall so that it is touching the wall, and then place the other blanket close to where you think your head and shoulders will rest. You can always adjust the placement of these items once you are in the posture. Sit on the blanket that is closest to the wall. Allow your left hip to rest against the wall. Place your hands on the earth and then swing your legs up the wall. Your hands offer support as you swing your legs up the wall, placing the soles of your feet on the wall with your knees bent to start. And then allow your back body to release to the earth. Make any adjustments to your props as you see fit. When you feel ready, continue the journey of walking your feet up the wall. Walk your feet so that way they're about hip distance apart. If your hamstrings are feeling a bit tight, feel free to scoot your bum back a bit, leaving some space between you and the wall. Now send your arms from left to right, palms facing upwards, with your fingertips curling in. Another option is to bend at your elbows, taking cactus arms with your palms facing towards the sky. This can offer a sweet release in your shoulders and chest. Close your eyes. Send the breath down to your belly, bringing awareness to the rise and the fall of your belly on each inhale and exhale. So you may notice that the legs and feet start to tingle, or you feel a different sensation. That is completely fine. If you do not like this feeling, slide your feet down the wall, keeping a bend in your knees. Legs up the wall is my go-to posture before bed or during those moments where I find myself feeling overwhelmed. I find this posture relaxing and soothing. Perhaps this is your experience too, or maybe not. Either way, it is all good. I invite you to stay curious and explore. Continue to relax into this restorative yoga posture. All right, begin to bend at your knees as you bring the soles of your feet together so that way the outer edges of your feet still remain connected to the wall. Your knees fall open like a book, so you have butterfly legs. Continue to breathe deeply here. You can change the position of your arms at any time. Perhaps it feels better to place your hands on your belly. Wonderful. Slowly draw your legs together. Hug your knees closer towards your chest. Send your arms to your sides to support you in this transition. Melt your knees over to one side. Use your top hand to prop you up to a seat. Please take your time and notice how you feel. Place all items off to the side once again. Take your bolster or your pillow and then place it horizontally on your mat. You could also roll a blanket lengthwise instead. Place this item on your mat where the backs of your knees will rest. Now, let's come on down to the ground onto our back. Once you arrive there, hug your knees in towards your chest. Release your right foot to the mat. So your right foot is resting on your mat, not on the bolster, pillow, or blanket. Your left knee remains hugged in. Place your left ankle over top of your right thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out to lift your right foot away from the earth. Your right shin is parallel to the sky. Lift your head and shoulders away from the earth as you interlace your fingers around your right hamstring, and then lower your head and shoulders back to the ground. Rotate through your left ankle as you breathe into the stretch. Beautiful. Let's release the stretch and lower both feet to the earth. Hug your right knee in, and then drape your right ankle over your left thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out to lift your left foot away from the ground, bringing your shin parallel to the sky. Interlace your fingers and wrap your hands around your left hamstring. Rotate through your right ankle. Soften through your face and your jaw as you breathe here. Lovely. Release the stretch, placing both feet on the ground. Now send your legs over that item that you placed on your mat, so your bolster, pillow, or your rolled blanket. The backs of your knees rest on that item. Feet grow heavy and relax. Gently press into the back of your head as you snuggle your shoulder blades under your back body. Can you notice that lift in your heart space? Arms rest at your sides, palms facing upwards. If your eyes are not already closed, I invite you to close them now. This is our final posture for our class. I invite you to make the most of your time here. So perhaps taking a final opportunity to scan the body for any areas of tension. Perhaps this means paying attention to your breath as it flows throughout your body, taking on that role of observer. Enjoy these final moments of peace, calm, and serenity. Okay, friends, you can pause the video here if you would like to stay here longer. If you are ready to carry on with your day, I invite you to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slowly rock your head from side to side. Find stillness as you open your eyes. Walk your feet over your item and then hug your knees in towards your chest. Allow your knees to fall to one side and then use your top hand to prop you up to a seat. As you breathe in, send your arms from left to right. Breathe out to draw your hands together and then bring your hands in front of your heart. Gently bow your head. Let's take one final breath in together through the nose and then empty it out through your mouth. Thank you for joining me on the mat today for this restorative yoga flow for stress relief. Let me know how this class went for you in the comments. Subscribe to Yoga with Rachel to support free and accessible online yoga classes. Sending love and light your way, we close this class by whispering, Namaste.